Okay, so I'm just going to give you a brief introduction into the lathe itself. So here we have the tailstock. Okay, so the tailstock moves along the bed. So here we have the bed joins the tailstock to the headstock over here. So I'll just go through the headstock in a few minutes. Okay, so the tailstock slides over and back. What we have here is, to lock the tailstock from moving over and back, is this locking nut, okay? So that stops it from moving over and back. So just to loosen him again. Alright, so then we have this barrel here. Okay, so that moves over and back and forth. So to lock this barrel here, we use this locking nut. Okay, so that stops it from moving any further. So when you're putting in your piece, okay, that's helpful. Okay, so here we have the banjo, is what it's called. The banjo holds the tool rest. Okay, so this locking nut allows us to move the tool rest over and back and up and down. Okay, so that's just the smaller tool rest. Here we have the bigger tool rest for longer spindle work, and the same applies. Okay, so just move over here. So the banjo, you see this locking nut here, it just moves it over and back. Okay, so you can give it free movement over and on top of the bit. Right, so here we have the drive center. So your drive center, okay, so your 4-pound drive center, and the spindle, okay, so the spindle is threaded. So you might say, why is it threaded? It's threaded in order to fit your faceplate. So your faceplate here, you threaded to fit your faceplate, and also it will be threaded to fit your chucks. Your combination chuck is what I have here. So you can also have your pin chuck and the likes, okay? So what I have here is they come in different sizes. So what I have is an adapter. So if I just break that off, or take them off, I have an adapter. So that allows me to, the adapter allows you to fit different threaded chucks onto different threaded lathes. Okay, so you can see your adapter there. Okay, so that's threaded the diameter of your spindle, and that outside here then is threaded the diameter of your chuck. Okay, so there's your spindle. Here we have our light. Okay, so that's just to improve visibility when we're working. So that should give it enough to change the speed. So what you're doing is you're changing from your bigger diameter to your smaller diameter. Okay, so I have a change down there to your 2,200 revs per minute. Okay, so it's all written here, the dial is given to you. Okay, so that's faster speed. Okay, so I'm just going to move it back there now again to the 1500. Okay, so if you want to change the bottom pulley here, then what you do is you screw out this nut here, change the bottom pulley, so to change the bottom pulley you screw out this screw here, screw out the locking nut, and what you can do then is in here underneath, so you can see your pulley there. So you just move them along the steps of the pulley, okay, to get your required speed, and that's it. Okay, so our lathe speeds. So as you can see here, our spindle pulley, okay, so we have a spindle pulley. So the larger the diameter of the spindle pulley, okay, the larger the diameter of the spindle pulley, the slower the speed. The larger the smaller the diameter of the motor pulley that the belt is spinning on, the slower the speed. So the faster the speed, the bigger the diameter of the motor pulley and the smaller the diameter of the spindle pulley. So this makes sense, okay? So if you rationalize it, it makes sense, okay? So just to zoom in here, okay, so we turn on that light. It's knocked off. So just make sure before you change your speed, make sure you always turn off your lathe, okay? Always, just in case it starts. Because if you got your hand caught in there, okay, very bad habit, or very bad thing could happen, okay? So I'm just loosening a little nut here. So what you do is to change the speed, you loosen this locking nut here, and you lift up. What you're doing is you're lifting up the motor pulley, okay? So here we have the locking nut. So I'm just loosening that locking nut, and you're lifting up the motor pulley. So that lifts up the motor pulley. So if you can just see it in there, when I lift, you see it lifting. Okay, you can see it lifting.